Somebody come and look at this. Look at this.
Trump, you feel me? Yo, Biden forever, bro. Thank Obama for everything that he did for me, bro. I'm not going back to Haiti.
Opinions vary.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Opinions Varied. It's Opinions with an A. Please like, share, and subscribe. And you're not going back to Haiti, but maybe not. But you're definitely not going back to Boston, which is where he was arrested and where several others were arrested last night in the first round of raids from ICE into Boston, a sanctuary city where they are still not getting any help from the local officials. If there is a detainer and that person is still incarcerated, ICE is not being told, and ICE will not be told when they're released. So instead, they're doing what Tom Homan said. They are going and finding them. And sometimes we have people who happen to be with him who also happen to be illegal, who weren't the target, who might not be a violent criminal, but guess what? You're gone too. That's what Tom Homan said would happen. That's what is happening. Let's watch this from Fox News, and it's great to watch and disturbing at the same time, and we'll get into that as we go along. Let's go.
Well, President Trump's illegal immigration crackdown is off to a fast start. Fox News has learned that in a 33-hour period between Tuesday morning and Wednesday night, ICE agents arrested over 460 migrants, many with long criminal histories. But these operations aren't just limited to Boston. They're taking place all over the country. Bill Melugin is getting an exclusive look at this massive, important operation in the sanctuary city of Boston. Live now to Bill.
Well, Emily, we've heard officials.
I just got to stop it for a second. Bill Melugin, that's a great head of hair, man. Awesome. Kudos to you.
Here in Boston and in Massachusetts say repeatedly they are not going to cooperate with ICE or mass deportation efforts by the Trump administration. And ICE says, well, that's perfectly fine. You don't have to cooperate with us. We're still going to go into your city and we're going to do the job. And we were with ICE Boston yesterday for about 10 hours as we got to watch them firsthand carry out immigration enforcement. Take a look.
Good morning, everyone.
It's a frigid 5 degrees in the pre-dawn hours just outside of Boston, where this team of elite ICE officers is briefing on their targets for the day.
We're going to be targeting some extremely violent offenders today.
Within moments, the officers are on the move, with eyes on their first target.
Looks like we got movement, target vehicle coming out.
They quickly take him into custody. He's an MS-13 gang member wanted in El Salvador for aggravated murder. And he has an Interpol red notice out for his arrest.
Meanwhile, the city of Boston is just letting this person, obviously a dangerous individual, just live in the neighborhood. That's who you elect, Boston? Everybody that lives in Boston, you're okay with that? This is going to expose a lot of things to a lot of people. The narrative from the Democrats and the left is about to collapse.
We are targeting very violent threats to our community.
I'm not going back to Haiti.
One of those threats is this illegal alien from Haiti. ICE says he's a gang member with 17 criminal convictions in recent years.
17 criminal convictions. Still here. Had to be found in the first 2 days of the Trump administration while Joe Biden did nothing for 4 years to get this person out of our country. You're okay with that, the left? You're okay with that, Democrats? You're okay with that if you live in this area where they're taking this person out of? You good with that?
Trump, you feel me? Yo, Biden forever, bro. Thank Obama for everything that he did for me, bro.
Well, that's in the past. This is today. Time for you to go home.
ICE Boston quickly takes down its next targets, including this illegal alien from Brazil who has an Interpol red notice for armed robbery.
He's got an American flag on his jacket, at least.
This Salvadoran illegal alien charged locally with rape and released by a sanctuary jurisdiction.
I'm sorry. I got to keep stopping it with every time they announce what these people did. Grape. And this guy's out walking the streets because of sanctuary policies. How is this not official misconduct by these elected officials in these cities? How? Your number one job is to make sure that your citizenry is safe and can live their lives and go about their business without having to worry about things like that happening to them. And you just let these people run free. There's something not firing in the brains of these people and the people that vote for them. The synapses are not firing. Maybe this will wake you up because maybe now you'll believe that this is what we've been talking about the whole time.
And this Dominican illegal alien charged with assault with a deadly weapon and heroin trafficking. Officers also arrested this Guatemalan MS-13 gang member facing gun charges. ICE says he was released from local custody just the day before. Their detainer request was ignored because of sanctuary policies.
Now, whoever ignored that detainer, I say that person should just go be arrested. You should be arrested for official misconduct. That's what you should be arrested for. You are not living up to your oath. Period. You're violating the oath you took. It's that simple.
And in a sign of shifting priorities with the new Trump administration, this man, who was in the same apartment as the target, was also arrested after ICE determined he's also in the U.S. illegally.
Bye.
This is what ICE calls collateral.
So you guys got your main target just now, but you got somebody else. What just happened?
So our main target was released by a sanctuary jurisdiction, not honoring a detainer. That person was released back into the community, and when we went to go find him, he's with somebody else who was previously removed from the United States.
Oh, so this guy was already removed and decided to come back. He probably just walked across the border, in the last 4 years. Walked right in, knew exactly where he was going to go. Or maybe he was flown in. He might have been flown in by Biden, Harris, and Mayorkas. Could have been flown in. Who knows?
So he's going to go today, too.
And that is exactly what border czar Tom Homan has warned would happen.
When we find the bad guy, he's probably with others that are in the United States illegally. They may not be a criminal priority, but we're not walking away from them.
ICE Boston says they will continue to go into sanctuary jurisdictions and do their job.
Today was a good day. Today we took several significant public safety threats out of our communities. Unfortunately, a lot were released by sanctuary policies, but we're here to tell the Commonwealth and the rest of the country that we're going to find them whether they're released or not.
We also learned after we were done filming that ICE picked up another target on the other side of the city. This was a previously deported Honduran illegal alien who was arrested locally and is facing charges for raping a woman while holding a gun in her mouth, guys. Those are the kind of targets ICE is picking up out here.
That's what I'm talking about. How are you okay with something like this? What is not firing in your brain that you can't see that this needs to be done? What is it? I need it explained to me.
We'll send it back to you.
Bill Malugin, thank you. Kaylee, an absolutely frightening collection of individuals. Took 33 hours to get 461 out of the way. Amazing what a little bit of leadership, a little bit of gumption, and the mandate from the American people can do.
And Emily, we were sitting there watching this, and you said 18 convictions for that Haitian individual. I mean, we were stunned to hear him say, bleep Trump. Thank you, Biden. Thank you, Obama. Biden forever, bro. Pay attention to what he is saying. That Biden and Obama enabled someone with 18 criminal convictions to sit in our country without any sort of accountability. There's a lot of people they need to add to that list. Mr. Haitian migrant, criminal who's no longer going to be here. Add Michelle Wu, the mayor of Boston.
Right.
Add Brandon Johnson,
right,
the mayor of Chicago. Add Gavin Newsom, the governor of California. Democrats have enabled this. And
they should be arrested. You are violating your oath that you took to the public when you assumed office. It's plain and simple. This is what's in your city, and you know it, and you're doing nothing about it. In fact, you're getting in the way of getting rid of these people. They should be arrested. Stop messing around with these people.
what a smart move from this administration to put these images out there within 48 hours. Because I can tell you this, the media is trying to focus on crying immigrants whose CBP apps were canceled, their appointments were canceled. They're trying to find the collateral migrants who are swept up. Tom Homan said that would happen because Democrats are not being compliant. They're trying to find those stories. And the Trump administration says, here are the criminals that are going to make the next Lake and Riley happen in this country. This is what we're doing, protecting women, girls, American citizens.
Hey guys, if you're still watching, I really appreciate it. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hit the like button right now. Subscribe. I do one video a day at least. If I don't do one video, it's because of circumstances that were beyond my control and I couldn't get it done. But please like, share, and subscribe and help me grow this channel. I appreciate it.
And as Kaylee talks about the Lake and Riley Act, Tom Homan warns these individuals, you will be arrested for, these collateral individuals, you will be arrested for resisting this.
Yeah, you know, we do need to take a good look at the first law they broke, though. Because that is really the problem. They came into this country illegally.
Right.
And the last administration wanted to legalize their illegal behavior and just turn them into our neighbors. And that's how these people have gotten to the point where, well, can we vote too? Eric Adams, don't forget what he said when he was a candidate before he decided he might need Trump to clean up this mess that he and the governor of New York have put on the citizens here in the...
Yeah, Eric Adams has changed his tune for a few reasons. One, he needs a pardon from Donald Trump eventually. And two, maybe he did as a former cop, and I was just starting my career while Eric Adams was on the job too in New York City. Eric Adams was not a good guy from day one that I've known of him. And now Eric Adams has changed his tune. Maybe he woke up a little bit and said, maybe his whatever cop instincts he might have ever had turned around and said, I can't in good conscience go to bed at night knowing that I'm allowing this to go on in my city, besides the fact it's going to bankrupt my city. Maybe that's what happened to Eric Adams. But you know what? These people need to be dealt with. And it's enough of just letting them spew this garbage while everyone in their cities is being terrorized by this. It's enough already.
The state with illegal immigration. He said, oh, I'll see if you can vote, even if you're not here legally.
Right.
And so can we all just agree that when you break our law of sovereignty at the border,
you're out.
It counts. Yeah. It matters. And they are going after the most violent among them and the criminals. And if they sweep up some, as you said, Kaylee, I believe, look, they're not playing ball with ICE. But they're also sweeping up people because those people are with the illegal guys who are committing the violent crimes.
Right. These are not the babe in the woods, okay? They know who they're with. Let's be honest. They know who they're with. What is it? Birds of a feather, right? These aren't good guys and girls hanging out and said, "Oh, I didn't know he." You know, everybody's got to go
because they're here illegally too. I can't say that enough. And does that mean that everybody gets pushed out?
Yes.
What it ought to mean is everybody at least gets vetted.
No.
Tracy, let me talk to you about something specific having to do with California.
Mm-hmm.
So we know that ICE issued over 420 detainers, which means that they demand to be notified when a national is released from custody. These ones that they're requesting are in custody for things like homicide, battery, rape, kidnapping, and the like. But they're in the city of San Jose, for example, when Miss Bambi Larson was murdered by an illegal immigrant who had 6 detainer requests from ICE. And that is why, in part, Michael Gates from Huntington Beach in your neck of the woods in Southern California is suing California, saying we are not a sanctuary city. You are hurting American citizens. So this is something that we're going to see reflected in these ongoing tensions now.
This won't stop until, like I said, one of these big high-profile elected officials is handcuffed and perp-walked. It's got to happen.
But I see Tom Homan and the rest of the United States succeeding over this.
And it's important to note that when you talk about Huntington Beach, it's in Orange County, and Orange County is a redder part of California. Not as red as it used to be, but remember, in the election, 11 counties in California went red. So it was a big deal, a big shift. California is not going to cooperate. Bill 𝐬𝐿𝐺𝐻, nobody's done better work on this stuff than Bill 𝐬𝐿𝐺𝐻 when he was talking about in his script saying Boston is not going to cooperate. Yes, but Boston is also not resisting a lot of this stuff. They're not putting up any kind of resistance, which is a very good point, because even Eric Adams is saying, you know what, we're gonna play ball. We're gonna play ball, and even Denver, we're gonna play ball a little bit. California is not there yet. California is pushing back, saying we are going to resist. We are going to.
Listen, if you're not informing ICE of these people that are getting released from prison or people that are in prison, you're getting in the way, you're obstructing justice, and you need to be dealt with.
Protect. Chicago is saying we are going to protect our people. But you can see as they start seeing these images of MS-13 members and gang members being gathered up and sent to their home countries, you're going to see more public opinion come out and say, this is what we need. It's not Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez saying they're deporting legal people. It's not what's happening. They are deporting.
Anything that she says, please don't believe. She's a liar and a moron.
The worst of the worst, like they said they would do.
That's why the protection of the people means complying with ICE and actually helping this rather than resisting.
Well, and part of Bill 𝐬𝐿𝐺𝐻's reporting, he commented on a woman, a neighbor, who, as they were bringing someone out, she yelled out of her window, "Thank you. This is what people voted for." We talk about Laken Riley and protecting the next Lake.
That's what I'm talking about. These elected officials, and the people who vote for them. What is wrong with you? You just don't care.
This was such a concern of so many Americans, women, moms, families, that their communities had just been turned into crime scenes because of these open border policies. And so I think that was, to me, just really crystallized a promise made and a promise being kept. And I hope we see more of it. And I'm with you. I love that we're getting these images because that totally debunks the left's whole narrative on this.
Yeah, and those lives can never be restored. Those injuries can never be repaired. That trauma is permanent. So now this is just the first step in rectifying that.
Well, again, the point of this video is for me to ask, if somebody's watching that doesn't agree with my line of thought or my side of the aisle, you need to explain to me and to us why you have any issues whatsoever with any of this that you just saw. And don't tell me that you don't, because you do. Because you've never spoken up. You've never gotten out and said, even if I agree with Joe Biden on some things, I don't agree with this. Where have you been? Where have you been? Is it, oh, none of this will ever affect me? If you think that, you're a fool. You're just waiting for it to affect you. It won't affect you till it does affect you. And God forbid it affects you in a bad way. I don't wish that upon anybody. But you're rolling the dice, and you're going to roll snake eyes eventually. So I'm just glad that Tom Homan and Donald Trump are carrying this out as they said they would. I never doubted it. I want it to be even more. And it shouldn't end. It should be every day for 4 years. Every day. Nonstop. 24/7, 365. Let's get the job done and get the people who don't belong here out. Sorry, not sorry. I appreciate you watching. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time right here at Opinions Vary.
Opinions vary.